Hey there YouTube, this is Christy Lambie-Poo. I'm going to go ahead and give you my numbers for the week. This is week 23 of the ketogenic diet and week 10 of the Epi-Paleo prescription leptin reset from Dr. Jack Kruse at jackkruse.com. Let's see, this week, this morning my fasting blood glucose was 87. Ketones are 2.1. Weight was 223. That's a release of 2.2 pounds this week. So the total release for 23 weeks of keto is 38.4 and an average of 1.67 pounds per week. And let's see, hips, no change in the hips, waist, and bust measurements. Still 54, 46, and 50.25. Total release for 10 weeks of the leptin reset comes to 14.8 pounds. The weekly average for the leptin reset is 1.48, so that's up from 1.4 average. And just in the measurements, I'll just give you that the only deltas I had was half an inch under the on the rib cage underneath the breasts. And the upper thighs each lost half an inch, and everything else stayed the same inch-wise. The food has been pretty much the same this week. In fact, I had a couple fat bombs. I had one yesterday and one the day before. Or no, I'm sorry, the 2 days before that. So just take about probably 3 or 4 tablespoons of coconut oil and some cocoa powder, probably a teaspoon, and then some stevia glyceride. Mix that up and put that in the freezer, and got myself a great little treat there. And I did that for the day before yesterday and the day before that. Then yesterday and the day before, for the afternoon, I had some pulled pork. I just threw a pork butt in the pressure cooker and put in some cumin and onion powder, little chili powder, smoked paprika. Oh no, I didn't put smoked paprika in there because that's a nightshade. So I left that out, but I used some liquid smoke and it tasted really good. And on the other days, pretty much exactly the same every day with a 15-ounce can of mackerel in the morning with some coconut oil and my bulletproof coffee or optimal coffee with coconut oil and my spices. And then in the afternoon, usually a 5-ounce can of salmon and the bulletproof or optimal coffee. And almost, I think some of the days I had mushrooms, some days I didn't. So keeping the carbs really low. Yep, that was pretty much it. Feeling really good. Blood pressure's been good. I did that at the little Higgy thing at Publix. And what was that number? 107/72, I think, was it? So, I'm sorry, drawing a blank. Just got out of the cold tub, so I'm still kind of shivering here. So, and that's going really well. I've done CT, cold thermogenesis CT, for an hour every day. Last Wednesday I didn't get ice, so the water was about 59 degrees. But the rest of the week it started at anywhere from 47 to 49 degrees, and usually it goes up as high as maybe 52, 53. The worst it went up was to 54 by the time I was done. So my skin temperatures have been anywhere from, I think I had a low of 51 to 54 degrees on my exposed skin, anywhere from 54 to 57 on the skin underneath the compression shirt. So I need to set up my privacy screen as soon as possible so that I can raise that shirt up to my armpits and and get the belly exposed, so I can get that skin temperature. It's I think I got a 56. Hadn't quite made 55 on most days except that one where I got it down to 54, and that's when my tub temperature read at 47. So babbling on too long here, but the three-legged stool is working real well. Working on, the important thing of having a lot of DHA, iodine, and good non-fluoridated water. Using the cold tub to get my paramagnetism of my blood up, and ice is nice. So, yeah, and haven't been counting calories, and the macros have probably been, 60 grams of protein for the breakfast meal, and another 40 to 60 probably. So I'm probably getting 90 to 100 grams of protein every day, which I think I'm going to start lowering that, and see if that will release weight a little bit quicker. But I don't want to go too far in a direction. But when I think it's called the AMPK pathway, if that pathway isn't strong enough yet, I don't want to be backing off on the protein, because it's very important to autophagy and recycling of mitochondria. So I have all the links below. Again, I'm going to recommend that you take a look at the video links that I have, and look at the forums on Dr. Jack Kruse's website, jackkruse.com. That's JACKKRUSE.com. And that first video link is so full of information, and in so many different areas that explains the whole protocol if you're interested in looking at it. But even if you're not interested in doing it, he explains so much as far as the food pyramid goes, and the reason that we're on the wrong scale. We're talking about macros and protein and carbohydrates and fat. When you start to think in terms of electrons, that it just changes everything, and it's changed my way of thinking completely. So and with some patients, I'm finding that my fears about too much protein are quite unfounded, and so are calorie fears. And it takes the time. In fact, he explains it, that the body will adjust to, in the beginning, when men start getting more leptin sensitive, they start losing weight right away. But for women, there's changes to the pituitary gland that probably the difference in the hormones with women, the changes in mood and everything come first, and then the weight will start to come off faster. Some people, as you've seen from my weekly history, saw some weight gains, and then loss and gains and loss, and hopefully we're on the right track. We've had 2 weeks in a row where the weight's coming off. So and even if that hadn't happened, the changes in health and regaining the function of my mitochondria has become more important to me, and the changes in how I feel, and the changes in my sleep, resetting my circadian rhythm, which if I wanted to point out, have you guys seen these? They've been talking a lot lately about this new device that doctors can implant to stimulate your vagus nerve. Well, you don't need that. All you need is the leptin reset, because what he's doing with the instructions, the steps in the leptin reset, is to actually do the same thing that device is doing as far as stimulating the vagus nerve and changing the signaling and restoring circadian biology. So I know I don't do it justice in my explanation. But hopefully I'll be able to retain more of this and explain it more thoroughly in the future. I'm just being a newbie here. But I hope you all are having a great week out there, and I thank you for all the videos that you share that inspire me, and all the people on the forum, Dr. Jack Kruse's forum website. Shout outs to all of you for your sharing, your encouragement, and your teaching, and by example. So namaste, everyone.